Hello, beautiful wild woman. Welcome back to the podcast. Today's episode is an interesting one because I came on, switched everything on as I thought I did, and I recorded a banging episode, this pure transmission of energy that was flowing through me, not realizing my mic wasn't on. So I still want to post this though, because my phone was a little bit further away from me. It did catch my voice, but it didn't catch it through the mic like clearly like you hear it right now. Although I was holding the mic the whole time, it wasn't freaking switched on. So I get to embody what I was teaching today. Not teaching, but kind of speaking about. And maybe, yeah, in a way, teaching too. So I'm getting out of my own way and letting the potency just flow despite of the imperfections. And I'm still going to say sorry for the quality of that audio, but it's worth the listen. Listen to this with heart open, feeling with every single cell of your body what the energy of it all is. Because the energy that I was in that exact moment is potent, powerful, beautiful. And here it is. Enjoy, beautiful wild woman. Hello, beautiful wild woman. Welcome back to the Wild Woman podcast. I am your host, Hanna, and I am so happy that you have found your way back here into this podcasting space and into this beautiful energy of the Wild Woman world where we are always traveling in pursuit of depth, truth, and inner wisdom. I feel in such a great mood today. I feel happy, excited, full of magic. I have come up with this this kind of like this new energy. This something has been in a bit of a funk for past I don't know how many weeks now, and it feels so good to kind of emerge from this on the other side, and things can move really quickly if we let them. And sometimes it feels so good for some reason hold on to this like bit this whiny, heavy, icky, sticky, yucky, sad, self-deprecating energy while hating it at the same time. But sometimes we need to kind of waken ourselves and to our own self up again into this wild nature, awaken that wild nature again. And I feel like that's what I have been working on. And if you allow things to change, they change pretty quickly. And it's actually a quite nice segue also today's topic, which I want to speak to you about. It's been kind of for a while something that I've been contemplating about, because I've noticed this interesting phenomena. So people come to healing sessions, or I see them doing them with someone else, somewhere else. Healing journey is a very multifaceted thing in its own, isn't it? Because I know for myself, it wasn't just like I started my healing journey and I only saw one person a couple of times and that was my healing journey. No, healing journey for me was brave decisions, courageous moments of taking action, moving across the globe, literally choosing to be brave every day in little moments and big moments. Seeing different people, plugging myself into different energies, giving myself a chance to test out many different healing modalities, many different books, articles, podcasts. It's a very, very multi-layered, long process that is all adding up to this, what I call the healing journey. So, but I have still noticed there is this generation of people at the moment kind of emerging that have thrown themselves fully into this healing journey for a few years. And then there is this slump they are fallen into. And speaking from my own experience here, by the way, there's this slump that follows. It's this weird feeling of like so much changed. There was like this crazy journey where everything was changing nearly every day. I felt so different. I felt alive. I felt I was processing. I was emotional. I was crying. Then I was laughing. I felt so connected. So much was constantly moving forward and quickly, and all of a sudden I feel like I'm landing into this space where everything kind of smooths out. So that's kind of nice after all of this roller coaster. But then it turns into this like, but now what energy. It's this, but what actually really changed though? What's supposed to be different now? What I'm supposed to be doing, was it even worth it in a way? And me and my husband have sat down past few weeks like a couple of times for some serious like conversations that we both needed to have, and to kind of get our own feelings and stuck energy and emotions out and the frustration out and everything. And it's just I've recognized myself saying this, like, has it been even worth it? Because sometimes I think we look back with this like weird nostalgia to this time where problems were simpler. I was just going to work every day. I was with the rest of the time I had throughout the day. All I was doing is watching TV, watching Friends and other like TV series on repeat. And yeah, it's just, things were just how they were, and I wasn't asking for much. But it almost feels like that healing journey opened me up to the possibilities and the potential I hold, and some sort of energy that started now flowing through me. And then you have to start learning to how to hold it and what to do with it and where to direct it, and how to organize your life to accommodate that energy, this authenticity, this truth, this flow that starts to happen. And then you kind of get exhausted from doing it. Because at least for me, I felt like at some point I was this one woman band that like a lot of people around me were winning, but I felt like this fairy godmother that just appears, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo, and someone else is doing really well, and people telling me like how they're getting great results. But I felt like I'm going back home and kind of just trying to recharge. And I never felt like I'm over giving or that I'm not doing the right thing by my clients. I always felt like really aligned with everything I was doing, but something on a very personal level wasn't like quite clicking. It's almost like being really good at your job, but not being happy with some other personal aspect of your life. And now I have just realized that it was never like that. I wasn't happy, or I wasn't grateful, I wasn't in the magic or in the zone with my work. It was just more like I was dissatisfied because I felt I'm meant to be kind of keep moving. I was never meant to kind of plateau like that. And here's the thing I want to now speak to myself and to all of you about. What to do then when this kind of like this stagnant slump, this weird stagnant pond energy happens. Because healing journey opens you up to your feelings. Like that's why you feel like everything moves differently, everything feels differently, because you are a feeling person now. And all of a sudden it becomes a normal thing that you're just feeling. And all the processing that you have done has been a massive journey up and down. And as much as we've been hating being thrown around on this roller coaster, it's worse when the roller coaster comes to a stop. And in a way, I think it's meant to come to a stop, because at some point, all the things you think you need to heal from, they are becoming things that now you have healed from. You know, that's what you've been praying for. That's what you've been dreaming about, to finally feel like, the peace, the calm. Can all of these flying around and feeling like my feet don't touch the ground? Can it finally stop? And when it stops, you don't know what to do with it. You feel like an empty balloon that is found behind the couch 3 weeks after the party. So, and it's not a nice feeling, because it's already, this is the new unfamiliar. This is the thing that you need to get used to. But the feelings are here a bit of a challenge, because we're not used to feeling anymore like this type of calm. And it's hard to convince ourselves that it feels good to be in this roller coaster stopped energy, because we know we're meant for more. We know we're meant to keep going. We know we're meant to challenge ourselves. We know there's something bigger waiting for us. We know we're meant to move, decide something, go somewhere, experience life. But how? But when? With who? What I'm meant to be doing? Someone tell me. And in complete transparency, I've come to this space with my own mission that many times when I feel like I'm getting so frustrated with this feeling of what am I meant to be doing next, and who's gonna tell me? It's getting so frustrating just being like this one woman band, sometimes playing all the instruments and being the one keeping the beat and being the one who's doing absolutely every single thing on the background, that it almost feels easier to burn it all down. But I've soldiered on, and I can also see how that plays out on a personal level, in relationships, in all of the different scenarios of the wild woman life that I can see. All of my clients, people around me, family members, how it's all playing out. That slump is never a nice thing. And here's what needs to happen. I think we need to truly bring back the power of the masculine energy. Because for most people, the healing journey has been getting very familiar with the beautiful, wild life force that is the feminine energy, this chaotic, this massive shape-shifting, constant evolution flow, this ever-changing weather with stormy skies and blue skies, and then stormy again, and then it's hailing, and then it's raining, and then it's thundering, and then it's lightning, and then it's beautiful again, and it's calm, and very quickly again the clouds are again gathering around you, and there's this constant overcoming and movement and weathering the weather, really. But all energies that we are meant to integrate and learn, they come to this place where they have integrated now. And you've learned what currently in your current energy, in your current presence, they've exhausted themselves to the point where you've integrated it. You've learned what you need to learn in this phase of your evolution from them. Now it's time for the pendulums to swing back to the other end of the spectrum. As always, the more further we go to the one end, the more it will swing back to the other side. And the further you go to one extreme, the further it will swing back to the other extreme as well. It's just law of gravity in a way, isn't it? It's a law of that's physics. That's what's happening when pendulum swings. The further up, imagine if you have a little crystal pendulum, I know many of you do. If the pendulum sits at the center and it just gently sways, it only sways just a little bit gently one way, another way, and it's quite slow and manageable and easy to digest. And maybe you even have to steady yourself to even see how does it exactly move. But if you pull the pendulum really far up in the sky on one side and you let it go, it will go really far over to the other side, and it will take a while for it to steady. I think that's what's happened with our energetic movements as well, our learnings, our integrations, because if we have swung over very far to the feminine side, it will almost require from you to swing back to the masculine side. And I know this can sound very triggering for a lot of people, because masculine energy is something that gives you shivers and makes you feel like, oh my gosh, I've worked all these years to get away from this toxic masculinity. And that's the key. This time around, you are going into it with more grounded energy, more power in you, stronger intuition, all of these things that few years of fully, deeply immersing yourself in the feminine gave you. Remember, you didn't go into the feminine healing journey to just come out of it, nothing has changed. A lot has changed. Remember, you are a different person now. Every single day on your healing journey changed fundamentally who you are. And now you're going into this new energy, this masculine energy with the new energy that is within you. And that new energy meets the masculine now very differently. It's not anymore controlling you. It's not anymore toxic. It's not anymore this forceful, rigid structure. And even if it is, you know how to handle it differently. You are meeting it differently. And it's your responsibility to stay aware that you do so. And it's been beautiful to watch actually how ladies have been opening themselves up to this masculine energy of creating some structure, habits, tracking what they've been doing with their habits, their days, their time, their money, all of the resources they have, starting to utilizing the power of their mind again. Now the heart's open, your body's on board, you've cleared out a lot of trauma, problems, issues. It's time to create new problems. And your healing journey has created new problems for you. Now I'm bored. Now what? I still don't feel like I'm not where I'm meant to be. Well, great. Let's use this dissatisfaction for movement. So where are you meant to be? Where are you meant to be? And even if you don't know that, there's something you know today, wherever you are right now when you are listening to this podcast, whether you're driving, you're doing something, you're cooking, you're cleaning, putting away your laundry, maybe you're just sitting quietly listening, maybe you're on a bus somewhere. Just relax your shoulders. Take a deep breath. Unclench your jaw. Relax your temples. Relax your eyes. Soften your eyes. Soften your cheeks. Let the tongue fall from your mouth of the roof of the mouth. Let your neck and your throat relax. Soften your breath. Notice the rest of the body. Is there anywhere you hold tension? Just relax. Deep breaths through your nose, through your belly. And in that presence, in that calmness, there is one thing that you could do today that is in the direction where your soul is calling you to go. There is one thing you know you could be doing. Whatever that thing is, just trust that is freaking divine guidance coming through. Even if this one thing is go make your bed. When you get home, have a beautiful meal. Drink water. Go live on Instagram. Post something. Take a photo. Go have a walk. Go to the gym. Join a Pilates studio. Give yourself a facial. Massage your feet. Go for a bath. Say that no out loud that you have been marinating on for past 2 weeks. Have the conversation you've always been thinking about that you need to have it, but you haven't. say yes to that little thing that has been calling you. Whatever that thing is, big, small, little detail, big detail, little decision, big decision, whatever that is, get in a habit of noticing what is calling you and saying yes to these things. Get in a habit of listening to your inner guidance. You have been working for years to hear it. There's no point coming to this full stop, letting the roller coaster just stop. And now when you're meant to move forward, you're holding the handbrake at the same time. Because that roller coaster now, in that next phase, when you're also bringing in the masculine energy, will feel different. Because guess what? It's not just you are plunked into this roller coaster and someone else is driving. You also will be driving and guiding that roller coaster. It will be very different because you're not just being thrown around. There's, yes, surrender, and there's, yes, expected moments. Yes, there's this co-creation always with the God, with the universe, with the collective energy, with all the elements that we are constantly influenced by. But there's you there too. There's you who is a different woman, changed woman, who maybe doesn't know how to put it into words, what's inside of her, but she is following that golden thread from within. And it's not your job to explain this to every motherfucker crossing your road. What are you doing? Where are you going? Why are you going that direction? And how you go about your life in general. It's not your job to explain this. It's your job to just follow it. And get friendly again with the masculine energy to control your mind. And I'm not a huge fan of the word control, so it's very big that I'm using it here in general. But we need to bring back this energy of like, well, yes, I'm in a co-creational life with this divine. I'm constantly surrendering to this divine calling, and I've been learning it for years now. That's the healing journey is as well. You're surrendering to this chaotic, beautiful, wild woman energy. And when I say chaotic, it's chaotic in a beautiful, poetic way, right? I think you feel the vibe of it. But now imagine pairing it with this, but I am in charge though. I won't be the limit. In fact, I'm the one who's willing to go and go all the way. All the way in, all the way through. Keep following that golden thread from within and bringing in also the structure, the actions, the movements. It's almost like captaining a ship. I tell that to my clients all the time. Well, who's the captain of the ship? And I know for myself, for a fact, I wasn't captaining the ship for a while. And then it's easy to feel so, not just dissatisfied because I know I'm meant to be somewhere else. You literally feel frustrated and giving your power away. And you get into this weird like energy where you feel like, well, fuck all of you. And it hurts your own feelings. It hurts you because you are the one who has to wear it like a coat, heavy coat made out of iron every day. Underneath your little Pilates clothes, you have to wear it every day to every training session you go to every step you take on your hot girl walk. You have to wear these iron shackles on yourself because silently you're frustrated and you don't know what the fuck to do. Sorry about all the F-bombs got by the way, but that's how I usually talk. So I'm thinking like, should I actually, like I have been thinking, can I, maybe, would it help me? What's the reason, like, could I not swear? But I actually heard a study was made, I heard about it yesterday, study was made to determine that people who use the word fuck as an exclamation, like fuck, their pain tolerance goes up 30+% across males and females. Okay. So if you are that frustrated that this fuck comes out of you, it might actually help you to hold that frustration. So pain tolerance goes up. But if you are in this frustration and you are not actually allowing yourself to move through it, imagine wearing that like iron coat on you all the time, and it gets exhausting, and it gets more exhausting, and again it's so exhausting. So it gets, you are so exhausted at some point by just putting up with your own frustration, putting up with your own stagnant pond energy, that then you are too exhausted to even move out of it. It's almost like I've been trying to hold my head above the water for such a long time that now I can't even swim, even if I see the shore is just 2 meters away. I just can't anymore. And don't want to paint a too dark of a picture here, but I think that thing plays out a lot in life for many people, that they have been ignoring their own inner voice, inner little callings, inner little details, inner little decisions, action points for such a long time. Healing journey was a good way of feeling like something so much is happening all the time and I'm doing it. But now it's time to really do it though. Now it's time to make the decisions. Now it's time to take charge. Be captain to that ship. Not giving your power away in all the details of your life. And not living this vengeful, weird, frustrating energy of like, well, nothing's changed though. Well, what are you changing? And I'm calling myself out here as much as I'm calling out you. Because no one else is being punished by you feeling like stuck and unhappy. No one else is suffering from it as much as you are. And we need to be the boss women who bring the masculine energy and start to be the actual boss. Not trying to be the boss, not trying to look like the boss, but I am the boss though. This is my life. This is my ocean where I am in, and I'm connected to every other soul, being, energy, thing that is ever created in the universe. I'm connected through that same ocean, through everything else, because that's just by design. That's how things are. We're all in this part of the same God-created universe. But I am my own drop in that ocean though. So what I'm going to do about that? I have built my own ship though to sail that ocean. Who's captaining that ship though? Or is it just floating endlessly on waves, weathering the storms? Is it just endlessly floating up and down, almost like bored already of the storms too, and calling it the feminine flow? Where's the captain? What is she doing? Napping somewhere below the deck? Waiting for the weather to change? What is she doing? Why isn't she holding on to the wheel? Why isn't she almost like chest proud, in this intention in her eyes, this fire in her soul? I don't know where I'm going, but today I know I'm going that direction. I can feel it. When's the last time you felt like this? When's the last time you actually were like, I am meant to be right now, just do this little thing? And why I keep mentioning the little things, because sometimes we are too busy chasing the big thing. What's my life purpose? What's the big mission that I'm so scared of that I will never ever achieve? So I'd rather stay in this stagnant pond energy of like, I don't know the mission, so I can't do it. It's safe to stay there. It's safe to not know, because then you can't ever fail at trying to achieve the mission. It's safe not to know. If you ladies would know how many times when I ask questions in healing sessions from people, like how some people are just found the safety in not knowing anything about themselves, about their inner world. Ask them a question. So what do you think of that? I don't know. How do you feel? I don't know. Well, that must have pissed you off. Oh, I don't know. You do know. You do know. And it's safe to know. Imagine one day looking back at your life and realizing I was brave enough to allow myself to fail, to allow myself to give myself chances to know what to do. And even if I fail at it sometimes, I learn, I move forward. I am brave and courageous enough to let myself fail, but I won't let the fear of failing at something to not make a move at all. That's power. That is powerful, potent. This is you taking your power back. And there's little things, why I keep talking about the little things. This is the key. It's in the little moments. In the little moments, how do you care for yourself? Do you make your bed in the morning? Do you allow yourself a nice cup of tea? Are you noticing the little details? Because life is made out of details. Little step at the time takes you around the block. Little thing at the time achieves the big thing. One day at the time, the year will come to a close. Every day matters. In the gym, every rep counts. Every person matters. Every action of that person matters. The butterfly effect of every single thing that we think, we say, we do can be exponential. And it is. Like they say, we're manifesting all the time, whether we know it or not. And I know I have not been manifesting nice energy past few weeks. And it's time for me to truly change that, come out of that funk and take charge again in a bigger way than I have already have. Take charge in this beautiful, grounded, masculine energy where I'm not constantly only producing these whiny thoughts and constantly complaining about something, complaining about someone, always feeling that I'm constantly behind everyone else. I should be further ahead by now. Well, you are where you are. What you gonna do about that? What's the point wasting your energy on all the things that where you wish you are, but you're not? Interesting is the human experience, isn't it? Because that icky energy only produces more icky energy until you're so sick of it that finally you wake up to your own crap and be like, oh, enough already. What have I been doing? And then the next phase, the next level, the new integration of you comes through, where you are appreciating your own gifts, your own value, your own worth, your own skills, your own life experience more and more, and your own time. Because that only moves in one direction. So what are you going to do about that? How you are going to captain your ship today? You have so much life experience behind you. You know you can sail. You know you're a great captain. You know you have gotten to know the sea. You know that. Well, what you going to do with these skills? With this energy, with this leadership, with this beauty and power that wants to move through you. Can you feel it in your heart? Something is bubbling right there. And it's beautiful. So let's not get caught up in like, what is this massive thing? We see a lot of people doing the big thing. Having the baby, buying the house, buying the car, starting a business, starting another business, losing 30 kilos, completely changing their look, starting a big movement, making big milestones in their life. All of those things were done one little detail, one little step at a time though. If we can value the details, the big things are a natural result of that. Connect to that golden energy within you, that golden thread that is keep calling you. And the more you start fine-tuning your ear to these things, everything becomes clearer. I promise you. We just need to honor the little things, value the little things, and let them all add up to the big, potent, powerful wild woman life that you're living. I thank you so much, beautiful wild woman, for tuning in today. I hope you feel this magic within you, this power, this potency, this beauty, this wisdom, depth, truth of you. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll talk to you soon again. So that's me for now. I wanted to share all of this for you. Like I said, take care of yourself, take care of each other, women. Let's stick together in these topics, in these conversations. Share this podcast episode with someone who needs this, maybe like a wake-up call reminder, needs to understand this, who are maybe is only like exploring this world and is in a bit of a more vulnerable state. There's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. You don't need to make yourself like tough and hard and hide away from the world or anything like this. You deserve guidance, you deserve all of the beautiful things, but with the pure good intentions, with open hearts, and on terms that you're aware as well that nobody is taking advantage of you. It doesn't matter where you are in life and who you are and what you're doing. Sending you so much love, beautiful women. I'll be back with the next episode very, very soon. Let me know how this all landed for you. Reach out if you need anything. And yeah, so much love to you all. Bye.